Hello, everyone, and welcome to Market Watch. It is that time to discuss the Digimon trading card game market. Once again, I decided to upload this video and record this video pretty much as close to each other as I could possibly do. It's 8 a.m. right now, and it's going up at 10 a.m. I wanted to get the real closest real-time data for y'all so you can really see what's going on here. But yeah, EX6 is officially out. It's been out for a whole weekend now on Friday. And on Thursday, you might remember I made a market watch talking about, the pre-sales and all this stuff. So today we're going to check our receipts basically because I have in front of me the Thursday market watch for the receipts. It's here. And we're going to be using this as a reference and a data point today. And just see if I was right or wrong about anything. I guess it's possible. So let's get started here. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notification on the smashed potatoes. That way you know when all of these amazing Digimon videos do indeed go live. Our Omniman market here really hasn't changed that much, so we're just going to skip through it and talk about booster boxes. Now, booster boxes continue to remain high. For the love of God, I can't tell you why. There are stores all around me is a bit of a stretch, but there's stores around me that are selling this for retail, $80 US basically. Like for example, my store, the Mario's Gaming World, sold all my boxes basically for retail. So that's a thing. And there's other LGSs that are doing it too, from what people tell me. You get people on the Facebook page talking about, oh, why can't I find these for cheap? And you get people saying, oh, I bought these at 80 at my LGS. So you just got to look a little harder, right? I don't know why stores on TCG Player are juicing up booster box prices all of a sudden. People tell me it's because it's hard to get product, which I disagree with. It's pretty much the same as it's always been. A little less, but it doesn't warrant this. I think people are just being greedy. And people are just going with it. They saw BT16 and they're thinking they can get away with it, is what I think is happening. Yeah, so that's fine. As you can see here, it was a couple dollars cheaper than it was on Thursday. I thought it'd be a lot more lower, but it was lower, so I don't know. Just go look around, seriously. Look at LGS's, Facebook Marketplace. You'll find booster boxes are even cheaper than this anyway. All right, Altart Master Miri. She is still the most expensive card in the set, non-lottery card. Oh man, my other video has an ad on it. Oh no, all the ads. Oh no. But you can see here, $63, we'll call it. And if you look at what it was on Thursday, it was $98. Wow, that looks like a drop. That's like almost a 40% drop. Huh. It's almost like it's cheaper to not buy the pre-sales. To be fair, I do think there's a world where this card and the Agudamon and its Altart do bounce back up in price. It just hasn't happened yet. And maybe it won't bounce up that high. It's possible. It's possible. You never know. This is Altart Agudamon here at $42. If you look at the other day, it was $66. Again, way cheaper than it was in the pre-sales. Way cheaper. By a lot. Then we have here regular Art Miri right now, who's chilling at $45 USD. Where is regular Art Miri over here? Regular Art Miri the other day was $68. Again, 68 compared to 45. A very, 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 very strong drop. Ogudamon regular art at $34 right now. If you look at the pre-sales, it was $58. So it dropped $24. Interesting. And now that we're done with the secret rares, what about the rest of the sauce? The stuff that pretty much almost always goes down, without doubt. This is Lilith Mommy. Lilith Mommy, one of those waifu cards that people really love for certain reasons that I'm not going to say on this video. But if you look at the pre-sales, it was $80 the other day. On Thursday, it was $80. 3 days ago, it was $80. Today, it is, or sorry, 4 days ago, I guess it is now. It's crazy. But yeah, 54 now compared to 80 before the set came out. Sounds about right. Here we have Lucamon Chaos Mode, chilling at $53, $54. Again, it was 80 bucks the other day. It dropped a lot. I do recommend you buy these, though. I do recommend you go crazy on these because Lucamon, BT18. But we'll get there in a second. Ragna Ace is the next card that I brought up here. And let me see if I can find it over here. Yep. $20 right now, $38 the other day. Dropped literally in half, which again makes sense because Ragnarlormon actually isn't that good. Sorry, we don't want to be that guy, but that's just the way it is. Then we have Ophanimon Ace, who is currently $16 right now. The other day it was $38. It dropped more than half. Yeah, I believe that, honestly. Diaboromon, $32 for an alternate art. The other day, it was $38. Now, this is actually interesting, because it did drop. But I told you guys, the drop on this card would be a little more resisted. A, because it's Diaboromon, but B, because of the BT17 support coming. How you do play this card in BT17 Diaboromon, and BT17 is the next set that comes out. So, like, I'm not super surprised that this card actually dropped very little comparatively to the other cards. I do think it might even go up a little bit in price as we get closer to BT17. It's also a very good possibility that it does technically still go down. It could. This card's a bit of a wild card, so I would be careful with it, honestly. My sneaking suspicion is that it will go up a little bit. I'm unsure of the percentage points at this point. Lucamon, the regular Lucamon, the yellow one. Where are we here? It's $40 today. It was $60 on Thursday. It dropped 33% in price, just like actually the other Lucamon Altart. That's funny. Then we have Beelzemon here at 30 bucks. 30 bucks. The Beelzemon, that's a very bad angle, but you can just barely make it out here. It was 50 bucks before the set came out. Now it's 30. It did drop quite a bit. Mastamon Ace. Now, I'm not sure what happened. Okay, I'm gonna be real because there were a few cheap listings here literally when I was doing the market watch this morning, and now they are gone. Now it is $44. On the pre-sales, as you can see here, it was $30. What's funny is this literally just happened. Like, this literally just happened. 7-1, 7-1. That's actually crazy that it happened so fast. So yeah, it was cheaper than the pre-sales. However, it seems that there's a little bit of a buyout going on the spot. I wonder if it'll change in the next 2 hours after really uploading. But yeah, that's actually pretty wild here. 30 bucks. You can kind of see it here in the 30s, right? If you look at the day that it came out, which is the 28th, right? We do see them in the 29s. We see 29s. We see more 29s, right? 28s even. So this card was technically cheaper than the pre-sales. It was, and you can like see the proof in front of you. I'm not making it up. Not by a lot, but it was. And now, for some reason, it appears that there's a buyout happening. I'm going to refresh it again just to kind of get maybe a little more real-time data on it. Yeah. It looks like there's something happening with this card. I think there's a buyout occurring. There was an expensive one. All the cheap ones were gone, and people are listing less ones. Yeah, interesting. It's really cool to see this stuff real time. It rarely ever happens on Market Watch, but we got to see it real time. So anyway, right now it's more expensive than it was on Thursday, but it was still cheaper than pre-sales. That's kind of the point I'm trying to make here. But yeah, fun. Ultimate Chaos Mon. I don't even need to think I need to bring this up. Like, I really don't. But just for the sauce, $4 and $23. Yeah, this card is not very good. Not very good at all. Shakamon here. Again, I don't really need to bring it up, I don't think. But I'm going to anyway. $7 now, $18 previously. Creepymon Alt Art, $22 now. And if we look at the pre-sales, $40. Makes sense. Barbamon. Where's Barbamon? Barbamon, again, you can barely see it over here. $18.99 and $10.99 today. So that dropped in price. Leviamon, it is $7.90 right now. It's dropping a lot. And I don't know where my Leviamon is right now. My video on the other side is giving me problems. That's fine, whatever. We'll ignore it. Anyway, it was cheaper. It was cheaper. Trubimon Ace here. Okay, $9.20 right now and $18.99 the other day. So literally cut in half. Lucemon Chaos Mode. This is where I wanted to really have the conversation. For the Mastermon thing surprised me. So $18.98 right now. The other day, it was $19.99. Cheaper than the pre-sales. However, you really need to get to the bottom of this card. And I told you guys that this is a card that you'll want to get sooner rather than later because it will go up in price because of the ET18 support. So the very first pre-sales of this card went for $15. I'm very transparent. I'm not going to try to hide this from you. It was $14.99 for the very first pre-sales. Then there were pre-sales for $19, like we saw. This was on Thursday. And then the set came out. And it went down a lot from the $19.99. You really need to look really, really hard for this. This one here was cheaper than the original pre-sales of $14.99. There was a gem that slid through in all this. And I think there were a couple here for $15 even, I thought I saw. So, yeah, borrowing a penny, the same as the pre-sales, I guess. But then it bounced right back up. So, yes, given the original pre-sales of this card was barely cheaper than the pre-sales. Barely. You have to look really hard. In some cases, even outside TCG Player, even $15 right now. So you gotta look really hard. You gotta if you want this card, and you refuse to look on Facebook Marketplace where it is cheaper, you have to just wait patiently, because this card could still go down. Don't misunderstand me. There's a chance that before BT18 comes out, this card still goes down. However, it is the best super in the set, and it will hold value and might even go up because of BT18 Lucemon support. Anyway, the rest of this, I made my point. This was $15. This was $15. That was like $20 or $15. This was $10. That was a lot more. This was $20. This was a lot more. That was a lot more. And that was $3. So I'm going to make this as very tact as possible and move on. I was right about everything, like I usually am. It is very bad to buy the pre-sales in most cases. If you got caught off guard with the Lucemon Chaos Mode, and if you were too late on Mastermon, because again, things do bounce up after the set comes out. It's just a matter of when sometimes for the cards. It was cheaper to buy the pre-sales. And that was the case literally for every single card. And that was the point I wanted to make. Okay? We good? Are we good? Is everyone good? Are the haters good? I'm literally presenting you with objective proof. Objective proof. TLDR, I'm right, you're wrong, and that's how that goes. Moving along here, I have some other cards I want to look at today. Lottery cards. For those of you that may not have watched my live stream yesterday, I opened 2 cases and pulled 2 of these Ragnas. It's the lowest lottery card in the set, because Ragnalord is probably the worst lottery card in the set. I did sell them both, though, for what they're worth, which is great, but yeah, I expect some lottery cards to drop in price like they usually do for a little bit, so, approach with caution. Raremon. I want to bring this up because of our reprints that were announced. This was announced for reprint, and this was announced for reprint. Now, we got to wait for the actual regionals to happen, for distribution to happen. we do have to wait for that before these actually drop in price. But yeah, get rid of your rare mons because you're running out of time now, officially. Miri, up to $18, almost 20. We knew this was going to happen. Andromon Altart, up to 50. Again, we knew this was going to happen. And it's almost at $60 too. Mon's down in price. This is probably because Numamon is not the only fancy toy in the closet for now. People know that Demon Lords are good. People know that Angels are good. So a little less heat on Monzimon, so to speak. But depending on regional performance, this could change. So maybe make sure you have this card. Digimon Emperor is going bananas right now. Highest it's been. I would sell him if you got him. We have this is down to $40. Remember how it shot up so high to like 50 plus? Well, the card is dropping. But not by much though, right? That's a handful of listings before it's back up in price. So maybe grab this card while you can. Then we have Seadramon. Because of the Zengpeng support, or however you say that card's name, this is up in price, which is interesting. I would sell this card while you can because the hype will not last. That deck is garbage. Rena is down in price at just under $40 right now. It's really interesting that now we have a new secret rare alt-art waifu female tamer in the books. That this drops the price a little bit. This makes sense to me. I don't know. The moment this gets support, this card shoots back up in price. So do with that information as you will. Fenglong's way down in price now. And we're just getting to the point where this card's no longer playable at all. This card continues to go up in price because it's good in Demon Lords. Sell them if you got them. And finally, here, Caramon. This card continues to shoot up in price with the anticipation of Dibormon support. You do play this in the EX6 Dibormon, which I'd argue is a tier 2 deck. And you do play this at B17 Dibormon. So yeah, make sure you get them before you run out of time, basically. That's it for today's Market Watch. A little longer than usual, but I really wanted to hit the point home. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you later. Bye!